Welcome back, if you've watched part 1, or just welcome if you've not. This is the second part of a 2-part review of our dream cruise to the Caribbean on board Seabourn Odyssey. Please give part 1 a view as it will put part 2 into context. In part 1, we did a tour of the outside and inside of the ship, so we didn't need to go over old ground, just watch the previous video. Hence, we're whizzing around it now for a rather irrelevant recap. But if you follow me very quickly down the main staircase, we arrive at the restaurant, and we're going to jump right in. The restaurant is the largest venue and is considered probably the most formal. I personally think the menu here is consistently the best and most varied, so unless you absolutely love eating outside, you'll probably be in here most nights. There are 4 main dining venues: the restaurant, the colonnade, the patio and the Thomas Keller restaurant. Every day, you'll get the full menu of all the venues the night before, giving you the opportunity to disagree with each other as to where you eat the following night. But it's really nice to be able to see what's available to you, so you don't have to trawl around each venue each night, disagreeing with each other in public. The problem is, you'll always find something you really fancy in each venue. Mind you, if by some remote chance all that posh food is not tickling your fancy and you just want good old fish and chips and curry sauce, or a bit of cheese on toast, you've only got to ask and they'll do it for you. Similarly, if you want lobster or filet mignon or both every single night, they'll make sure your wish is granted. The colonnade is situated at the rear and offers some brilliant al fresco dining if the weather is your friend. You're also more likely to go here for lunch too, as they offer a daily themed buffet of cuisines from around the world. We haven't seen haggis yet though, but I'm sure it must appear at some point on a Scottish themed day, complete with deep fried Mars bars and cocktails made from iron brew. The patio is wrapped around the pool area and you can get fast food lunches and evening meals as good as the rest. And while we're on the subject of fast food, one Seabourn foodie peculiar worth mentioning is what I call caviar on demand. You can order caviar any time of the day, however many times you like, and they will bring it to you presented on this stunning platter. How they manage to do this economically in terms of prep time and ingredient cost boggles the mind, but they still do, and I for one will never complain. In fact, I'm not going to mention it ever again for fear of them coming to their senses. Shh! Caviar? What caviar? No, you heard me wrong. I said salad bar. The Thomas Keller venue is Seabourn's newest concept, and you can see our detailed review of the Keller experience when it was in development a couple of years ago, right here on our YouTube channel. After 2 years of bedding in, how well has it matured? Was it worth chopping in the fabulous restaurant 2 fine dining venues for? In our opinion, the answer is still no, maybe not. The meal itself was very good indeed, and the service was, as always, exceptional. Also, we really enjoyed the Keller evening in the colonnade, which was very similar indeed to those original ones 2 years ago before the restaurant 2 venues were converted. But what is it about the Keller experience that sets it apart from the other dining venues? Does it serve better food? No. You can get equally as good food in the main restaurant. Is the service better? Nope. We have found the service in any venue to be absolutely first class. So what then is it other than the name that makes this so special? 2 years after our original meal and with Keller meals under our belt on 3 Seabourn ships, we still don't know. Even the menu doesn't seem to change much year after year. It remains a mystery. Surely if you're looking for that chop house experience, the patio would be good enough? Let's be clear here, it's not that we didn't find it a great meal experience, because we did. It is a different style than anything else on board, and perhaps we are consistently missing the obvious point to it all here. But I still keep asking myself, why? We enjoyed here 2 7-day back-to-back cruises in the Caribbean, both being Barbados round trips and the second week calling at different stops from the first. You can see a brief but beautiful montage of our Caribbean adventure in an upcoming YouTube video, so please subscribe to this channel and keep an eye out for that. As for the itinerary, this is where Seabourn and other small ship cruise lines really take the prize over their bigger rivals. Because of the size of the ship, they are able to call at much smaller, more intimate ports of call. Many are reachable by tender only, and the effort is well worth it for the quiet, unpopulated villages and ports Seabourn can reach. The only downside is that the weather or sea state can dictate whether tendering is possible. We missed one such fabulous little stop, Saline Bay in Mayru, because of the sea swells, and although disappointing, you have to respect the captain's call, which rests unequivocally on passenger and crew safety. One highlight of a Seabourn Caribbean cruise warrants a video all of its own, and that is this: the Caviar in the Surf event, held on Carambola Beach, St Kitts in this example. We already have a video of it, by the way, so please look through our videos and see for yourself. But this is a Seabourn signature event where the ship takes over a whole beach and lays on a beach barbecue complete with fresh coconuts topped with rum, and mostly at the expense of the local lobster population. Water sports including kayaks, a banana boat and donuts are laid on, the latter in choppy water almost guaranteeing the release of your just-eaten lobster back into the sea. Also, you must experience their rather famous and bizarre custom of serving caviar and champagne off a surfboard in the sea. Yes, in the sea. The reason for this? Well, who knows and who cares? It is incredibly indulgent and brilliantly bonkers. Because of the video that you should be looking at next after this, detailing all this lovely stuff, we'll dash straight onto a montage of our day ziplining in Antigua. Time for all things thankfully includes beautiful holidays such as this for us incredibly lucky few. And yes, Helen and I are extremely thankful. There really is nothing at all we can find fault with on this Seabourn ship, and indeed this Seabourn experience overall. I really do think we've found the perfect cruise line, and coupled with a near perfect destination like the Caribbean and calm seas, you could almost call it a perfect cruise vacation experience. When a cruise company treats you like you're being the most important person on board and you begin to fool yourself into believing they mean that, then you know each and every member of the crew is doing their job incredibly well. This is what Seabourn managed to do on this trip. It's as good an illusion as any of their guest magicians could pull off, and it's better than that. It'll live on in the memory long after the playing card pulled from the trouser fly. I'm going to leave you with this operatic finish because A, I think it's a good way to end this review, and B, I've got loads of video clips to use up, so we'll leave the final say to Homer, who in his Odyssey said, "Wine can of their wits and wise beguile, make the sage frolic and the serious smile."